During the hot summer days, we don't really want to spend much time in the kitchen. This is why I thought I will share with you 3 really simple and really quick recipes that don't require you to spend too much time in the kitchen cooking. There are 3 recipes for pasta and they are extremely simple. One is a little bit more complicated, but it's very delicious and it's very much for summer because it requires very fresh and good and ripe tomatoes. But the other ones are really simple and you don't really need much cooking except for cooking the pasta itself. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into the videos. Most store-bought pesto is not vegan, so let's make a simple vegan version of a homemade basil pesto. We will start by making vegan Parmesan cheese by placing 100 grams of raw cashews in a chopper cup of a blender. If you can use organic and fair trade cashews, that would be the best. We will add to it 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of salt and 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. Then we will blend it all very well. We will transfer it into a bowl and add 1 teaspoon of lemon juice and mix it all well. Best is to use hands to massage the lemon juice in so there are no lumps left. Now that we are done with the cashew we will proceed to make vegan pesto. We will use the mortar and pestle to make the pesto as it would allow basil to release the most amount of flavor. But if you don't have it and you prefer to use hand blender, it's okay, you can still do that, it might just not be as flavorful. We will start by peeling 2 garlic cloves and crush them with a pinch of salt. You know that you're ready when the garlic is crushed into a paste. Then we'll add 2 tablespoons of pine nuts and crush them mixing with the garlic paste. Next, we will add 3 cups of fresh basil leaves and ground them with the rotary movements until it falls apart. It might take a second, but it's well worth it. Then we will add 50 grams of the cashew we just made and mix it all very well. In the end, we will add 4 tablespoons of good quality olive oil and mix everything once more. Once the pesto is ready, we can just quickly cook the pasta. Add a generous pinch of salt into the water and once it's boiling, add in 200 grams of pasta. I'm using this funny swirly pasta, but you can just go with whatever you prefer. Once the pasta is cooked and drained, we will place it back into a pot or a bowl and add the homemade pesto. Serve it with some leftover cashew and add some olive oil if you need it on top. If you want, you can heat the pasta up with the pesto quickly, but make sure it's just for a few seconds so the pesto stays flavorful. The second recipe is a fresh tomato pasta, an amazing one if you have access to a very good fresh summer tomatoes. We will start by peeling 1 kilo of tomatoes. I know that peeling tomatoes sounds a little bit weird, but trust me, it's well worth it. To do it, we will cut the skin of the tomatoes crosswise and place it in a big pot. Cut into just the skin of the tomato and a little bit of flesh, but make sure that you don't cut too much into the flesh. Then we will pour boiling water over the tomatoes. Make sure that the tomatoes are fully submerged in the water. Then after a few minutes, we will take them out carefully with a fork and peel the skin off of them. Make sure that you are careful not to burn yourself, as the tomatoes will be a bit warm. Then we will chop them all finely and place in a bowl alongside the juice that tomatoes released. Next, we will peel 14 medium-sized cloves of garlic and slice them thinly. Then we will heat a bit of oil in the pan and add the garlic and some salt.
We will fry the garlic for a few minutes and then add the chopped tomatoes alongside with a little bit of salt. We will mix it all well and let it simmer for about 10 minutes until it reduces. In the meantime, we will cook 200 grams of pasta. Add a generous pinch of salt into the water and once it's boiling, add the pasta. After it's ready, drain it. Once the tomatoes are reduced into a thick sauce, taste it and add salt if needed. Serve the pasta with the sauce topped with fresh basil leaves, nutritionalist or cashew from the previous recipe and some good quality olive oil. I know this recipe sounds extremely simple, but it's really out of this world as long as you have very good quality tomatoes. The last but not least is a truffle pasta. We will start by cooking the pasta. As with previous recipes, make sure you add some salt and once it's cooked and drained, transfer it into a pot or a bowl. Then we will add 2 tablespoons of vegan truffle olive oil. Make sure that the truffles were grown in plantations and that the brand is not using animals to find the truffles. Then we will add half a teaspoon of freshly grounded pepper and give it a mix. In the end, we will add 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast and mix it once more. It tastes great topped with some cherry tomatoes if you want and have them at hand. You can also add a little bit more of the truffle oil or a little bit more of nutritional yeast. Really just adjust it to your preferences. So there you go, 3 pretty simple recipes I think that are really great for summer. If you make any of them, make sure you let me know in the comments down below. I would love to know if you like them. If you're interested, the full breakdown to all of those recipes you can already find up on my website, the link to which you can find down there and over here as well. I also would love to invite you to join me on my Instagram. I post there more often and some more exclusive recipes as well as some other content. So make sure that you head over there after this video so we can connect through Instagram as well. If you enjoyed this video, make sure as always that you like, comment and subscribe. It really helps to grow the channel and it really means a lot to me. So yeah, please do it. Thank you. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.